In the heart of Africa, where traditions blend with the dust of ages, the village of Djobo stood as a bastion of culture and ancestral customs. It was a place where every story had a soul, and every soul, a story. The inhabitants of Djobo lived in harmony with the seasons, respecting ancient rituals and honoring the spirits of their ancestors. Nights were filled with songs and dances around campfires, where stories were told, and community bonds were strengthened. Aminata, the only daughter of Musa the weaver and the late midwife Nofi, led a simple yet fulfilling life. Her mother had died shortly after her birth, so her grandmother Fatou raised her, passing on the secrets of medicinal plants and the wisdom of ancestral tales. Aminata spent her days exploring the surrounding hills and forests, gathering plants and learning the mysteries of nature. On a market day in Djobo, the village buzzed with laughter, conversations, and the shouts of vendors promoting their goods. Aminata, as usual, helped her grandmother Fatou sell remedies and teas. Their stall was one of the busiest, as Fatou was renowned for her knowledge of medicinal plants and her wisdom. Amidst the hustle and bustle, a group of young men arrived at the market, drawing everyone's attention. It was Tidiane, the chief's son, accompanied by his friends. They were there to gather supplies for an upcoming important ceremony. Tidiane, though destined to become chief, was humble and close to the villagers, making him well-liked. As he browsed the stalls, his gaze met Aminata's. She was busy explaining the benefits of a plant to a customer, but something in her eyes caught Tidiane's attention. Driven by an inexplicable curiosity, he approached Fatou's stall. "Hello, Aminata," he said with a warm smile. "What treasures do you have for us today?" Surprised to see him interested in her stall, Aminata replied with a shy smile. "Hello, Tidiane. We have new teas and remedies that my grandmother has prepared. Would you like to try something?" Fatou, watching the scene with a knowing smile, stepped forward to greet Tidiane. "Tidiane, my boy, what can I do for you today?" "I'm looking for something special, something to soothe the mind and strengthen the body," Tidiane replied. "We have an important ceremony soon, and I want to be at my best." Fatou nodded and turned to Aminata. "Aminata, prepare him a mix of our special herbal tea. That should do the trick." As Aminata prepared the mixture, Tidiane watched her with interest. "You seem very skilled at what you do. How did you learn all this?" "My grandmother taught me everything," she replied, looking up at him. "She knows the secrets of the plants and has passed her knowledge on to me." As they talked, a little boy named Kofi ran up, holding a small goat by the rope. He stumbled and knocked over a basket of fruit right in front of Fatou's stall. Tidiane, laughing, helped the boy up and gather the fruits. "Be careful, Kofi, or you might end up with a goat on your feet," he said, still chuckling. This light-hearted interaction broke the ice between Aminata and Tidiane. They began to talk more freely, sharing stories and laughs. Aminata told him how she loved exploring the surrounding hills to find rare plants, while Tidiane spoke of his future responsibilities as chief. Their conversation extended far beyond what either had anticipated. Tidiane learned that Aminata was much more than a healer in training. She was passionate about helping others and possessed a rare wisdom for her age. Aminata discovered that beneath Tidiane's confident exterior was a young man deeply concerned about the well-being of his people. Their exchange was interrupted by the arrival of a messenger, announcing that the chief wanted to see Tidiane. Reluctantly, Tidiane took his leave. "I hope we get a chance to continue this conversation, Aminata." Aminata nodded, feeling a new warmth in her heart. "Me too, Tidiane. See you soon." This fortuitous meeting marked the beginning of a relationship that would soon transform into a deep and unbreakable love. As Tidiane walked away, a mysterious smile playing on his lips, Aminata wondered how a simple market day could have changed the course of her life. As the months passed, the friendship between Aminata and Tidiane blossomed into a profound and unbreakable love. They often met by the river, their secret meeting place, where they shared intimate moments and dreams for the future. Their bond was so powerful that it seemed to defy time and space, transcending mere words to become a true communion of souls. Aminata, with the help of her grandmother, began to craft an extraordinary wedding dress. Every thread of this handmade dress was infused with love and symbols representing their story and hopes for the future. She incorporated motifs from nature: baobab leaves for longevity, waves for the fluidity of life, and birds for freedom and the elevation of the spirit. The dress became a living work of art, a story written with threads and colors. Tidiane, for his part, was equally devoted to preparing the feast and ceremonies. He gathered the best hunters and fishermen to ensure the village's tables were filled with the most delicious dishes. He oversaw every detail, from decorations to rituals, making sure everything was perfect to honor Aminata and their love. Their wedding was a time of excitement and celebration. The entire village participated in the preparations. On the first day, Aminata and Tidiane walked through the village hand in hand, symbolizing their union and commitment to walk together in life. On the third day, as night fell, bonfires lit up the village, and the festivities continued until dawn. Surrounded by their loved ones, Aminata and Tidiane exchanged vows of love and fidelity, sealing their union before their ancestors and community. Despite the bliss of their love, challenges arose. Rivalries between clans and personal jealousies threatened their happiness. Whispers of disagreements and underlying tensions tested their patience and determination. Aminata, armed with her grandmother's wisdom, always found the words to soothe conflicts and restore peace. Tidiane, prepared to lead with firmness but also compassion, often had to make difficult decisions to maintain harmony in the village. Together, they overcame obstacles, strengthening their love and determination to build a future together. Aminata and Tidiane's marriage was celebrated with immense joy and profound respect. Their lives intertwined harmoniously, each bringing their skills and knowledge to enrich their daily lives. Aminata, with her healing talents, was a source of comfort for all, while Tidiane, with his leadership, ensured the village's security and prosperity. They built a home together on the edge of the village, a sanctuary of peace where they welcomed villagers seeking advice or help. Their home became a symbol of their love and commitment to their community. When Aminata announced her pregnancy, a new wave of happiness flooded Djobo. The birth of their first child, a daughter named Aisha, was a landmark event. Midwives and elders gathered to bless the child, invoking the spirits of the ancestors to watch over her. Aisha grew up surrounded by love and wisdom. She inherited her mother's gentleness and insight, as well as her father's strength and determination. The child's laughter echoed through the village, a constant reminder of the joy and hope that Aminata and Tidiane had brought to their community. However, not everyone shared in this happiness. In the shadows, a hidden enemy plotted to destabilize the family and the village. An old rival of Tidiane, disgruntled by his waning influence, sought to sow chaos. He manipulated the villagers' fears and superstitions, insinuating that Tidiane's family was cursed. Rumors and unfounded accusations began to spread, slowly eroding the trust and unity that Tidiane and Aminata had worked so hard to build. Despite the difficulties, Aminata and Tidiane always found ways to celebrate their love. They shared simple but precious moments, like starlit nights where they told stories to Aisha, or afternoons spent picking flowers and weaving crowns. These moments of tenderness and intimacy helped them remain strong in the face of trials, reminding them that their love was more powerful than external challenges. Tragedy struck when the chief, Tidiane's father, was found lifeless, his body resting under the ancient baobab. This baobab, a revered tree and silent witness to generations past, now became the symbol of an immeasurable loss. The theft of the chief's sacred necklace added a layer of mystery and suspicion to the shock and grief. Aminata was accused of the theft, a rumor fueled by fear and jealousy. The villagers, shaken by the loss of their chief and the disappearance of the symbol of their unity, were swept away by anger and mistrust. Despite the lack of evidence, the weight of superstition was heavy. Tidiane, torn between his duty to his people and his love for Aminata, embarked on a desperate quest to uncover the truth. He questioned night watchmen, market visitors, and scrutinized the village's account books, searching for proof to clear Aminata's name. His nights were sleepless, haunted by visions of his father and his beloved in danger. He also consulted the elders, hoping to find clues in their ancient wisdom, but their answers were often shrouded in mysteries and metaphors. The villagers, under the grip of fear and pain, desperately sought a scapegoat. Aminata, though respected, quickly became the ideal target. The rumor grew like a wave, carrying with it distrust and hatred. Friends from yesterday now distrusted her, and even those who supported her no longer dared to speak in her favor, fearing the community's wrath. Warm glances turned cold and accusatory, and Aminata found herself isolated, her only support coming from Tidiane and a few loyal friends. Under pressure from the elders and the relentless murmur of rumors, a decision was made. Aminata was dragged to the village center, tied to a stake in the public square, surrounded by a crowd filled with silent but palpable tension. The flames were lit, and as the fire began to consume the base of the pyre, an old man emerged, confessing to the theft in a desperate effort to save his sick son. This old man, Munsar, a former healer, explained that he had stolen the necklace to obtain a rare remedy in exchange and save his son, who was suffering from a mysterious illness. Tidiane pushed his way through the crowd, fighting against time and the rising flames. As he reached Aminata, she whispered to him that she was carrying their second child, a secret she had hoped to share in joy, not in pain. The revelation struck Tidiane to his core, his despair mingling with the fury of the fire. With the help of the villagers, finally aware of the injustice, they managed to extinguish the flames, but it was too late for Aminata. Her last words were of love and forgiveness, a plea for peace and unity. Munsar's confession shook the village. The elders, filled with shame and regret, realized the extent of their mistake. Aminata's sacrifice, innocent and pregnant, became a deep wound in Djobo's heart. The crowd, once eager for swift justice, now faced the reality of their cruelty and haste. Tears and laments echoed through the night, and a heavy sadness fell over the village. Her death shook Djobo, becoming a catalyst for change. Tidiane, engulfed in immense grief, took the lead of the village with a new vision, one of fair justice and transparent governance. He introduced reforms to ensure that no innocent person would suffer from superstition again. Every year, the Festival of Truth and Reconciliation was celebrated in Aminata's memory. Her story became a legend of courage, justice, and transformation. Children learned the importance of compassion and fairness, and the elders ensured that her memory guided their decisions. Tidiane, never remarrying, dedicated his life to guiding his people and honoring the memory of his lost love. He initiated development projects, building schools and clinics, and introducing more efficient agricultural methods. This is the end of the story. The story teaches the importance of justice and compassion, illustrating how quick judgments and superstitions can lead to devastating consequences. I hope you enjoyed the story. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which country you are following us from. Your feedback is important to us and helps us create captivating content for you. See you in our next story. Goodbye.